My grandson tugged at my sleeve and whispered, "Grandma, look under the table when Daddy says his vows." The wedding hall was glowing with fairy lights and soft music. Guests laughed, glasses clinked, and my son stood at the altar, smiling like a man starting a perfect new life. I smiled back, but my grandson's words echoed in my head. "Why?" I whispered. He shook his head. "Daddy said I should tell you." "Only you." My heart tightened. Children don't understand weddings fully. But they understand secrets far too well. I tried to focus as the ceremony began. My son's bride looked radiant. Everyone said how lucky my son was, how brave he'd been to love again after his first marriage ended so painfully. Painfully for who, I wondered. As the officiant spoke about honesty and trust, my grandson climbed into the chair beside me. His little feet swung nervously. "Remember," he whispered again, eyes wide. "Under the table." I glanced at my son. He avoided my eyes. That's when I knew something was wrong. When the officiant invited the couple to step forward for their vows, my grandson gently kicked my shoe. "Now," he mouthed. My hands were shaking as I bent down slowly, pretending to adjust my purse. And then I saw it. Taped beneath the long white tablecloth was a small envelope with my name written on it. I froze. The vows continued above me, words about love and forever, but my world narrowed to that envelope. My grandson watched me closely, his face serious in a way no child should be. Carefully, I slid the envelope into my bag and sat upright again, my heart pounding. My son began his vows. "I promise to be honest," he said. The irony burned. I didn't open the envelope right away. I waited through applause, through cheers, through smiles that suddenly felt rehearsed. At the reception, while everyone danced, I slipped into a quiet hallway and opened it. Inside were documents. Court papers. Custody agreements. And a handwritten note from my grandson's mother, my former daughter-in-law. "You raised a good man," the note said. "But he is not being honest today. Please protect my son." My knees weakened. The papers showed that my son was secretly planning to move overseas after the wedding, and take my grandson with him. Permanently. Without his mother's consent. The little boy had overheard everything. That's why he told me. That's why my son avoided my eyes. I walked back into the hall slowly, watching my son laugh with guests, celebrating a future built on a lie. When I caught his eye this time, his smile faltered. He knew. I didn't cause a scene. I didn't shout. I waited until the speeches ended, until the music softened, until the moment mattered. Then I stood up. "I'd like to say something," I said calmly. The room quieted. My son went pale. I didn't read the papers aloud. I didn't humiliate him. I simply said, "Today is about love. And love begins with truth. Especially when children are involved." Then I turned to my son. "Before you build a new family," I said softly, "you must protect the one you already have." Silence filled the room. My son's bride looked confused. Guests shifted uncomfortably. My grandson squeezed my hand. Later that night, my son came to me in tears. The plan was exposed. The move was stopped. Lawyers were called, not in anger, but in time. My grandson went home with both parents talking again. The wedding continued, but something had changed. Honesty had entered the room. As for me, I learned something important that day. Children see more than we think. And sometimes, the smallest voice carries the biggest truth. If this story touched you, like, share, and subscribe. You never know who might need the courage to listen, especially to a child.